Hello, hello YouTube, hello people in the Discord. Hey, Mara, welcome to your lesson.
Hi, I'm so sorry. I apparently had you muted.
Oh, lol. No, that's all right. You doing all right?
Yeah, how are you?
Yeah, doing well, doing well. Okie dokie, let's make sure this is all very audible. Can you speak for a little bit just so I can check my levels are correct, please?
Sure. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's totally fine.
I do remember last time. I do remember last time we were having some issue with Discord. I think it was on my end. I'm not sure if everything's good right now.
Well, I think everything should be good right now. OBS is telling me that your volume seems fine. So yeah, let's just go into it. So how has your voice been the past couple of weeks? I saw your message in our ticket. Yeah, how's practice been going? Give me an update.
It's been going okay. I feel like I've made some good progress. I think I did mention that I lost my voice over the weekend, but that was not for like any physical reason.
Yeah.
So yeah, just the weekend wasn't very productive, but yeah, I think otherwise I've been making steady progress.
Okie dokie then. Excuse me. And I think last time, because you said to us in our starting lesson that you wanted to work on just having like a total mastery of masc, androgynous, and femme voices. And I think we mainly focused on your size stuff for masc. Am I remembering that right? Because you said that was an area you were struggling with.
Yes.
Yeah? Okie dokie then. Right. Well, first of all, how would you say that's been going as you've been practicing? Any issues you run into?
No. It's been pretty good. I think I'm making progress. I think I'm becoming a lot more consistent.
Yeah? Okay then. Well, let's do a warm-up and we'll take a little look at where things are right now. So if you want to just follow my lead. Can you check your audio settings really quick? Something's cutting out some of your quieter sounds. I'm guessing it's probably echo cancellation or something like that. Your input sensitivity seems to be fine. Could be noise suppression though.
Settings seem fine.
Okay, we'll go through some more and I'll see if I can listen for what could be the issue. It could be something that's built into microphone, with which we'd have to just live with it. But okay. Okay, that sounded fine. Good. I noticed something happened with your mic there. I don't know what, because it's staying on right now, but something turned it off briefly. So I guess I'll keep an eye on it because I'm not sure what even can do that. But yeah, because your input sensitivity is definitely correct. Otherwise, when you're not talking, your green box would go off. But then during that show, your green box went off briefly. So I'm not sure. We'll just keep going. Good. Good. Hold on. Nice. Try not to be pushing too hard as you're going high pitches. I feel like I'm sometimes hearing some tension within that. Are you feeling any tension?
No. I
No?
do feel like
Okay.
I'm losing it as I go into M2, but I don't feel any tension.
Okay, and that losing it as we get into M2, is that just for mechanism switch that's tripping you up? Or is there like a specific difficulty with M2 as a whole?
No, I think it is just that I'm not used to the higher ranges of my M2 yet because I haven't worked a lot there.
Yeah, sure.
So it always sort of trips me up when I go higher.
Okay, as a quick thing to help you with that, so I want to make sure things are really nice and relaxed as we're doing it. So what I want you to try doing is try giving me almost like to a cartoon level, like a really dramatic sigh, like a big, like have your whole body just like melt as you do it. Oh, you're having something's happening. Something's happening with your microphone. Try it again. I just want to see if it's happening based on the sound or if it's just a random thing. And again. Okay. It happened the first two times and then didn't happen the last time. So I'm not sure what's causing this. I guess we'll just keep going. Do you have any like cable damage on your mic? Do you know? Or are you able to check?
No, this is the internal mic on my laptop. So I haven't had any issues with it before.
Oh, okay. Okay, because we get like, how's your internet connection right now? Discord should be able to tell you next to the video connected bit or the whatever it says for you. It'll be like above your above where your profile is, near like the settings and all that. If you just look a bit up from there, it'll say it'll have like a little symbol showing it.
Yeah.
And if you hover over it, you can see your ping as well.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fine. It's like at about 80.
Okay, it should be fine then.
It
I do.
doesn't jump
Yeah,
around.
you get like half a second where it suddenly goes robot and then is fine again. But we'll just work through it, and I can always just get you to repeat stuff if we need to. Okay, so it's only happening when we do weird sounds though, like trolls and stuff. So I'm not sure what's happening. It's either something software that's doing something, or there's like an actual problem with like internet or something. But whatever. Okay, same thing, but can we start it higher? like all the way up in M2, like a big. You'll end up going into M1, but start at M2. Nice, perfect. Okay, that was brilliant. Now can you do the exact same thing in reverse? Okay, cool. We're getting a little bit of extra tension there in the up than we were in the down. Not tons, but can you hear that extra bit of tension that's coming in?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, okay.
They felt more shaky going up.
So try do the down again, and then do a down up is what I'm saying. So as the same breath, and like try to focus on the relaxed. Try to focus on the way you're doing the down, and trying to repeat it as you go back up again, and that relaxed nature of it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, perfect. That was brilliant. You absolutely nailed it. Okay, now can we do the exact same thing, but with our lips trilling?
Okay, we'll try that again.
Okay, again, starting from a higher point, because I'm not sure you're in M2 there. Okay, we're definitely getting more tension in this lip trill bit. Yeah, okay, we're definitely getting some more tension there. So go again from the sigh and do a and then to a lip trill, and we'll go back and forth between the two a little bit to help teach you this relaxed movement of pitch as we're doing our lip trills. Okay?
Okay.
So start off no trill and then switch to the trill. Okay, a little bit of tension there, but go on. Ooh, hello? Mara. Oh no.
I feel like I'm having trouble starting as high. Oh,
We lost you for a moment there. Something's happening. I'm pretty sure it's your internet.
Oh no.
But it's okay, don't worry. We'll just work around it.
Oh no.
Glad that happened. Now I know what it is. Okay. Yeah, there was definitely a bit of tension on the upwards for the first bit. So go through them again, and we'll try to really focus on not having that tension come in.
Okay.
Okay. We're definitely removing some tension in that
I
one.
don't think I got into M2 that time on the trial.
I wasn't quite sure, yeah. I can never be quite sure if it just cuts it out or if you actually did or not.
Yeah.
So go again. Yeah, we're definitely struggling with that crossing in and out of M2. You're struggling to get into M2 on the trill, and struggling to get up to it, like when you're coming back up. So try and make sure we're starting nice and high with that trill, starting in M2, with that. That's that same. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. Try again. Okay. Still struggling with the M2 barrier there, but that's okay. All right, so just because I don't want to spend too much time on just helping you with a softie, that's your first bit of homework. Okay. Try to work on keeping that relaxed, that relaxed pitch movement as you're going into your lip trills, and try to specifically play around with that M1, M2 area, like move from just do like a small trill that's around the break, not just up and down the break, but like with a bit of space so you can occupy the M1 and M2 as well.
Yeah.
And just play around with that to try and help yourself to just better access M2. As you go through that, just a note for the homework. If you weren't having any here, but if it comes up, if you start having hard M2 breaks, or sorry, just hard mechanism breaks, as you switch from one to the other, I don't care. It's not an important factor. So just if that comes up, don't worry about it. Cool. Okie dokie. Not that I think it will, just in case it does. Okie dokie. All right. Well, doing all of that, we'll have had you nice and warmed up. So we'll do one more with some sirens just to get a full stretch. So if you want to do as I do. Nice. And then the same thing at the bottom as well. Nice. Okay. All right. That's a full stretch. Cool. So when working on some of your size stuff in terms of getting larger with your vocal tract size, so let's have a play with that. I imagine I had you with the paw exercise. Do you want to give it a go?
Yeah. One, two, three, four, five. Yeah, I think last time the issue I was having is that I think I was just struggling to keep it here and I kept jumping up. But you did tell me that I was being a bit paranoid about that.
Yeah. So what I'm hearing now is your mouth space, your oral space is getting quite large, but I'm not hearing a huge movement of the larynx height. So remember that when we're looking at vocal tract size, we can kind of break that down into several chambers. One of them is going to be the chamber of your larynx. We have your pharynx at the back of here. We have your mouth, obviously, and we have the lips. Excuse me. Sorry. Now, I couldn't hear your whispers super great, and that might just be because your mic is struggling to pick up on them. And if it's that, it's fine. I don't want you going louder with them. So I'm just going to turn you the heck up when you do the pause. Okay, do you want to go for it again? And I'll see if I can listen a bit better for actual whispers.
Sure. One, two, three, four, five.
Okay.
I think. Yeah. Should I keep talking?
Yeah. Okay. So I hadn't given you a subject to talk about. So,
difference that time.
yeah. Okay. That was definitely a huge difference in that one. And if you're saying you heard it as well, then that's fantastic. Yeah, it's the difference between like paw 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 and paw 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 paw, where we have that really large. Like if I try to make my mouth size really small, but I have my larynx super low down, you can now hear the specific isolated thing of just the larynx being the thing that's dropped, okay? As opposed to over here, where the larynx has just gone up again. So that's the sound change we're looking for. Obviously, because we are talking about the different chambers of your vocal tract, just a reminder that, yes, I'm referring to the larynx being the main thing moving here. But I don't want you directly trying to control your larynx. Just focus on the sound itself and achieving the correct sound change. Cool. Okie dokie. All right, so let's go for a set of paws. Excuse me. Okay, go for a set of pause, and then we will take that into, why don't you tell me what you've been up to for the past couple of weeks? What fun has been happening in Mara's life the past fortnight?
Okay, yeah, sure.
One, two, three, four, five. I have been right. Actually, so I have recently started trying to learn woodworking because my mom is super into woodworking and she learned it from her father when she was young. So I'm hoping to learn from her. Uh, it was a lot of fun. I've only had one day that I was able to go and work with her, like for like half the day, but it was a lot of fun. Hard, but I think I will slowly get used to it.
Okay, that was pretty good. Towards the end there, we started to raise up a bit, but certainly throughout all of that start bit, that was pretty good. That's pretty much exactly what I'm looking for. So we just need to get those last little bits at the end. Did you hear it start to trail up or not? It's okay if you didn't.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
Yeah, I noticed that.
Okay. Okay, so I'm going to now remove the rule of just let it go and just keep going, because I think whatever you needed to shift there seems to have worked. That said, we'll see if you fix it early. Okay, so you are now once again allowed to fix it as soon as you hear something going wrong, and we'll see if you're catching that at the right point. Okay, all right.
Okay.
And also remember, that's based on sound, not on feeling. Always for sound, not for feeling.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. What was it? What you said you were learning something, and I didn't catch what the something was.
Woodworking.
Oh, woodworking. Oh, sick. That's fucking cool as fuck. Okay, that's really cool. All right, we'll go for it again. And tell me about some of the stuff you've been working on woodworking. Have you made anything yet? What do you have anything you want to make? Tell me about that stuff.
When I catch it, should I be using
Yeah.
the drill to fix it, or?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Whenever you catch it, just redrill.
All right. Yeah.
One, two, three, four, five. I think so. I had a lot of ideas, and I got very ambitious. Like came up with a list, and then I realized that most of them were probably like way too hard for me to do when I was just starting out. Uh, so I've just been helping with a project my mom already had ongoing, which was one, two, three, four, five. These little like I'm not really sure how to explain it. It's like organization boxes, I guess. Like um, um one, two, three, four, five. Like you know how you have like jewelry organization boxes, and they're like boxes with these like little partitions and like smaller spaces things.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, that's what we've been working on.
Nice. Okay, that sounds really cool.
Um,
So,
and
okay,
yeah.
cool. Okay, firstly, oh, we lost you again.
No.
Okay. I just noticed your green box went off, and I was like, oh no, what's happened?
Okay.
Do we have issues again? Cool. So, you first. What do you think happened during that? To the best of your memory.
Well, it definitely.
Oh, we've lost you. No.
It
No, Mara, no.
definitely felt like it. Wait, am I gone? Am I here?
Yeah.
Am I here?
Wait, you're back. Okay, you're back. Okay,
No.
start again. That's okay.
Oh,
We'll work
okay.
for it. We'll work for it.
Okay. Yeah, sorry. I will try to figure this out before next class. Yeah, I definitely felt like I slipped a few times, and I'm slowly like getting used to hearing that
Hmm.
sound difference.
Yeah.
Uh,
So I would say for the first big chunk, you had it really good. Then you went for your redrill, um, and when you went back in from the redrill, I don't think you quite managed to get that lowered larynx. We had the large oral space, but not as much of a lowered larynx as you had before. And then you went for a little bit. You clearly noticed something was wrong, and then you tried to drill again. You didn't get quite. You definitely got more of a lowered larynx that time. Not quite as well as you did in the first chunk, though. Um, do you, if you think back to it, does that map onto anything that you noticed?
um, yes, I think during the first redrill and like the second chunk, I got a little distracted from the larynx because I was really trying not to change my oral space too much. But then I
Sure.
sort of just like tried to refocus on the larynx, and I think maybe like yeah, I think then I
Okay.
did improve it a little, but yeah.
Okay. Let's focus on some like targeted um, like dissociation between oral space and larynx movement. So what we're going to do is essentially just change the word pour, and we'll just change it around to a few different words that use different oral configurations, so that you can practice it with a small oral size, so you can practice it with a larger oral size, so you can practice with somewhere in the middle. And that's all going to be changed by just the word that we use. So generally, the reason why I go for pour is pour already requires a quite large oral size, which means that because you've already got that large, the main change you're going to be getting for whispers is just the larynx, because this is already maxed out pretty much. But we'll try a few different ones, and we'll see just how you find that. So to give you something that's almost the polar opposite of pour, let's go for, not fully the polar opposite, we'll go for cat, okay? So the exact same cat, and make sure as you do that, okay, as always, make sure the cat stays a very consistent cat. It doesn't become a kit, it doesn't become a cot, anything like that, or a court. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Um, yeah, I think I am noticing a little bit of a difference.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the larynx definitely jumped up a little there.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Um,
Okay.
but
We'll
yeah,
practice this a few
this does
times then.
sound different to me. I think I'm noticing it.
Okay. We'll practice this a bit, and then we'll try another word, and we're going to try a few different words this lesson, and then that'll be the other bit of your homework to practice this exact drill, but with like rotating the words we use. So that like the only thing that remains consistent by the end of it is the larynx moving. Okay, I also did not hear any of your whispers there because I think your internet blocked me out of them, but that's okay. So let's just go through it again. I know. You've been making donation boxes. What are these donation boxes for? What are they? What are you raising money for?
Oh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Um, sorry, I think I did not enunciate that very well, or maybe
Oh no,
my internet.
Mara. Yep, your internet.
Are we
Oh, we're
good
back.
now?
Okay, we're back. We're back now. Yeah, I also didn't hear the
All right.
whispers too great either. I know. I guess as a quick potential, like immediate fix, do you happen to have, and don't worry if you don't, do you happen to have an Ethernet cable that you could grab or steal from a console or something?
No,
No. Okay, don't worry about it.
unfortunately not.
Okay. Okay, we'll just carry on as we are then. I suppose if you have any downloads going on Steam, make sure to turn them off or pause them for the lesson. Okay, let's just go again, and hopefully the internet doesn't take away our ability to do this.
Okay, yeah, same topic. I don't know if any of that
Yeah, same
came
topic.
through.
I didn't get any of it, so.
Right, sure.
One, two, three, four, five. Um, I was saying I think I might not have enunciated very well, or maybe internet. Um, so we're making these little like organization boxes, like with partitions and like dividers for um, separating things in the same box. Like, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I've really been struggling to explain it. I don't know why. Um, but yeah, organization boxes is what my mom called them.
Mm-hmm.
Um, one, two, three, four, five. Um, yeah, so I think they were meant to be used as like gift boxes though, because my family is religious and we have a religious holiday coming up. So like it was meant to be done by then, but it's run a bit late, so it might not be finished by this weekend. Uh, yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, hopefully they get finished by this weekend. That sounds really cool. That's a really cool thing that you're doing there. And yeah, the organizational boxes, I feel like I understand. You just make the box and putting dividers in it so you can put stuff in the different areas.
Yeah.
Seems, yeah, that seems pretty interpretable. I don't know why other people have struggled to understand that. Okay, so that sounded pretty good. Generally, I'm hearing a smaller oral size now. I think the smaller oral size of cat has transferred into the voice. So what we're gonna stretch it again. My final goal for this is that the oral size is only dictated by what you're saying, the content of what you're saying, rather than the drill that you're using. That makes sense? So when you say the word cat, if you happen to say the word cat, then that'll be a smaller oral size. If you say the word box, box is going to have a larger oral size. It'll just be dictated by what you're actually saying, and be independent of the larynx height. So, new word, and this is how this is going to work. New word is going to be pot.
Okay, got it.
Whenever you're ready.
Odd, one, two, three, four, five. Oh, right. I just realized I don't know what to talk about.
Oh
But
shit! Yeah, sorry, that's my
I guess
bad.
I'll just go on with.
Sure.
Yeah, sure. Oh,
More about
yeah.
woodworking.
Uh, right. So I think most of what I did was trying. Oh,
Well noticed.
odd, one, two, three, four, five. I think like most of what I did was trying to like yeah. I think I started out with cutting the wood to the right length, and that wasn't too bad. I was struggling to cut in straight lines, but otherwise, uh, uh, um, otherwise, I think I picked that up fairly quickly. The thing I really struggled with and I spent like hours on was hammering in the nails to connect them. Not because it was well, not really because of a strength issue. Uh, that did take me a while to get used to. Uh, but just because I could not, for the life of me, get them to go in straight, so they would just poke
Yeah.
out of the side, and I'd have to start all over. Um,
Okay,
yeah,
to pause
it
us
took me
quick there.
hours.
And then you can tell me, have you found a solution to the nail thing, by the way? Because I have the exact same issue when I'm doing anything with nails. I think it's just precision. I don't know. Okay, we had a little bit more inconsistency with this one. We're struggling to maintain that same lowered larynx. So, yeah, let's just keep practicing this one for a little bit and see where we go with it. Cool. trying to pick something where you can talk about it for a decent bit of time. Yeah, what made you decide woodworking as a thing you wanted to try out? Like, why that? Because there's lots of things you can do to help out your local place of worship, I suppose. So yeah, why that specifically? And what are some future projects you want to work on? Is there anything like, is there like this is what we're working towards, or are there just some future projects you think would be cool, or yeah?
Yeah, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Lord, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Um, yeah, I think I did notice that I was slipping a lot. I kept like trying to switch focus between larynx and oral, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I think more of the reason that I was really interested in woodworking is because I've grown up seeing my mom do a lot of woodworking. Uh, um, and like not to get too sad, but my 1, 2, 3. But my grandfather, who she learned from, passed away when she was super young. So I never really got the chance to know him. So this sort of feels like a way I can sort of connect to that part of her life as well. Um, yeah, I think that was my biggest motivation.
Yeah.
There are definitely a lot of future. Oh, I think there's definitely a lot of future projects that I'm really looking forward to. In particular, one that I've got into is I really like doing puzzles. It does a lot for like the my autistic self, I guess. Um, so I really want to make like a puzzle table, I guess, like
Mm-hmm.
where there's spaces like little drawers for sorting out all the people, uh, for sorting out all the pieces before starting. Because in the past, when I've done like huge puzzles, I always just like throw pieces everywhere and use like a dozen different boxes, and I'm very worried I'm gonna. Oh, sorry, it's slipping up a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very worried
Well done
I'm
for
gonna
noticing that.
like lose pieces at some point. Um,
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
should
Well,
I keep
first of
going?
all, you can do if you want. I mean, we are just practicing this a bunch. Comments I'll have so far. Yeah, things are definitely a little tricky for you with this pot. Um, Try not to focus too much on the oral size per se. It's more like what I'm specifically wanting is a lack of control of the oral size, and that just being dictated by the words you're saying instead of you needing to control it in some way. So I'm wanting you to not modify them essentially. Um, Instead, the modification being a laryngeal modification. Yeah, which obviously we focus on the sound to do so.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. So yeah, let's just keep practicing this and try and get it consistent. Also, that's a lovely story. Is woodworking a topic we can have more left to talk about, or do you want me to switch for topic, just so you don't run out of things to say?
I could go for a swap maybe.
Yeah,
I
go for
might
a
be
swap.
running out.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Because I do not know enough about woodworking to be able to know what to ask. Um, okay, cool. That was really cool. Boo, 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 boo. So that's what we've been up to for the past couple of weeks. Boo, 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 boo. I can't do a weekend one because that's also basically the same answer. I don't know. Favorite movie?
Okay, sure.
Yeah,
Um,
cool.
yeah.
What? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Um, okay. Uh, this is always a hard question for me. I think.
Okay.
God. Yeah. Okay. I think. Right now it would probably be. There's this Hindi movie that's like a. It's called Shandar. It's a super like. Oh, it's like a super cheesy, over the top romantic comedy. Um, and I rewatched it recently because I was just feeling like, oh, I feel like I was uh, super nostalgic about it. Um, and so yeah, I rewatched it recently. I think that would probably be my favorite movie at the moment. Uh, yeah, a lot of scenes from it are just like constantly living in my head, I guess.
Yeah, that's
Um,
fair enough. Okay, that was sounding a lot better. Little bit of difficulty around the start, but you've sort of got it as we were going through. For the sake of making sure we get through a bunch, we'll move on to the next. Um, so let's switch our word to pick. Okay, like a guitar pick or picking something. Yeah, whispered words of pick. And then my brain is just not coming up with freaking icebreaker questions. Um, favorite uh, favorite thing for pastime. So if we're not working on something, we're not practicing woodworking, we're not practicing voice, we're just kind of bing chilling. What is your bing chilling? Video games or reading or yeah.
Okay, yeah, it's definitely my internet. I don't know if my voice is coming in.
Yeah, it's definitely your internet. You've just come back in now. Did you hear my instructions? I suppose.
Oh,
Hello.
no, sorry, I just heard you right
Oh,
now.
yeah. Okay.
The last thing I heard was to use pick for the next one.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. So we're using the word pick, and as a subject for you to talk about, let's just go for how does Mara like to spend her free time? When you're not woodworking, when you're not voice training, when you're not doing work things. Yeah, just what do you do for fun?
Yeah, okay.
one, two, three, four, five. Um, okay, so uh, well, actually, I think I. Sorry, my brain is not cooperating.
Yeah,
Right,
it's okay. It's okay.
uh, around like sometime last year, I started learning how to dance. So that's like been a super big thing, especially recently, because I feel like I've been making a lot of progress on improving.
Hmm.
And I've also been like in one, two, three, four, five. And then I also feel like I've been in a very like dancey mood, if that makes sense. So like I've
Hmm.
been getting the urge to dance a lot. So yeah, I think that's a big way I've been spending a lot of my free time recently, at least.
Nice. Yeah, that's sick.
One, two.
Definitely hearing some difficulty with this pick one, so we'll stay on it for a little bit. Um,
Yeah,
let's do the same thing we did with woodwork, but with dance. What got you into dance? We'll start with.
Sure.
Mhm.
One, two, three, four, five. Um, I think right. So I've always been a very like I guess right. Well, I think I have always been like a very artistic person, but it took me a very long time to like figure out. what my brand of self-expression was, I guess. Mm,
All noticed?
and then at some point last year, like I just started. I think I got like a random dance video, like choreography recommended on my YouTube, and I saw that and I was like, oh my god, I wanna learn how to do that. Um, so I just gave it a try. I started learning from YouTube. Um, quite inconsistent with it. Um, and then like just a couple of weeks ago, actually, I signed up for.
Mhm.
Uh, I signed up for a like an actual like dance academy, like online dance academy thing, and
Sick.
I'm like really trying to focus in on it and like improve as much as I can.
Mhm.
Yeah, dance really feels like something that I can use as like self-expression and self-expression, and also I think just it's very freeing. It's very comforting to me. Um, yeah,
Yeah, cool. That sounds freaking awesome. Definitely struggling with
I
that
feel like I'm
larynx
stepping
like
a
that.
lot there. Yeah,
Pardon?
yeah, yeah. I
Yeah.
was saying I feel like I'm stepping a lot there.
Yes, I agree. I agree. I think pick is a difficult one for you. So we'll stick on this for a little bit longer. We're probably not going to go to the
Mm-hmm.
next bit because I want to focus on this pick a bit more, but it's going to be cheese. Um, and it doesn't have to be cheese.
Yeah.
It could be
Okay.
ease or it could be sweet or whatever. But that's the point.
Yeah.
As we're going through all of these, we're just changing that central vowel, and then finding a word that is just a little word that's mainly just a central vowel. Um, cool. Okay.
Yeah.
More on pick. Dance is cool. I don't know much about dance. I have not done much with dance other than doing some Zumba. What are like the things that you've been working on in dance? What do you learn? Yeah. How does learning dance work? There you go.
Yeah. Okay. With pick again, yes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. One, two, three, four, five. All right. Uh, so I guess it's sort of split between like learning a technique and like learning moves, and then like using those. Like I very often hear the phrase dance vocabulary. So like the more moves you learn, like the bigger your vocabulary is. It's kind of like words. Um, but yeah, I've been focusing more on techniques. Like I have been trying to learn enough moves and like different enough styles. Like mostly been focusing on like I guess hip hop and urban, just because I feel like those are generally like easier to pick up for beginners. Um, so yeah, I've been focusing on a lot on moves from those styles, and then like more general technique, like stuff that would apply across styles, I guess. Because I am very bad at deciding and like picking one thing and sticking with it. So I flip flop. Mm, I flip flop like all over the place. Um, so I also have not like picked one style to learn. I've sort of just been trying to learn them all, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. No, that sounds awesome. And it's cool to have like bunch of different styles to like have in your repertoire. Um, okay, getting to be a bit more consistent now. Still having some issues, but definitely progress from the first set you did. Um, let's let's keep going for one more topic to talk about. I'm running out of topics. You're burning through my topics. Because I don't know what else to talk about dance. I don't know anything about dance. Um,
Feel free to
uh,
topic change whenever you need to.
yeah, thinking of a topic change. Um, we've only got a few minutes left. What about your favorite band? Why do you like them? What kind of music do they do? What are they called? How did you get to know?
Okay, yeah.
Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Uh, I think. Uh, okay, I really need to stop laughing because every time I laugh, I slip. Um,
Okay. Maybe I'll make that a
okay,
drill
I
later.
think. Sorry, let me try that again.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Another one that I might struggle to answer a little bit because my music taste is so all over the place and changes so constantly.
Cool.
Um, but I guess someone I've been listening to a lot recently is this uh, band called Sleep Token. Um, I think they're like a sort of experimental like metal band. Uh, I've heard progressive metal used a lot. I'm not usually too into metal, but I think like I don't know. I think one of my friends like sent me one of their songs a while back, and I've just been really enjoying a lot of their music. Um, yeah,
Nice.
I did not say
Nice.
that in the lyrics. Sorry.
No, it's okay. It's okay. Um, okay, we're getting a bit more consistency. Let's. We started a few minutes late, so we'll go a few minutes late. Just for the sake of having an opportunity to go into it, let's go for cheese. Um, so yeah, exact same thing with the word cheese. Um, and then your music taste is pretty all over the place. So tell me, give me your tour. What sort of music do you like? What are some of the bands that you like? Are there like consistent strains of like throughout the genres? You like these types of things coming into play? Yeah,
Yeah, okay. Cheese, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Um, so I think generally, like what I've noticed is that I will sort of stick to like one general genre for like a couple of weeks at least, or like months at a time. Like I remember a while back, I was listening to almost nothing but like bedroom pop and like indie stuff for like almost 2 months. Um, I think right now it's uh, huh. Right now I think it's been a lot of like oh, cheese. Right now I think it's been like a lot of just very, I guess, dancey stuff. Again, because I've been in a cheese. Again, because I've been in like a super dancey mood recently. So like a lot of just stuff like fast tempo. I'm stepping a lot with this one.
this is one of the harder ones.
Cheese. Um, yeah, if you a lot of like fast tempo, just stuff that gets me in the mood for dancing. Um, but I think I might sort of be noticing that I'm starting to um, move a little towards more uh, like more calmer things, I guess, like more indie again, um, or like sort of like R&B type things. Um, yeah, I can never tell like it either just comes out of nowhere and I just like jump into a whole new genre, or like there's a slow um, like transition into it. Um, this time it seems like it's going to slowly transition. Hopefully, gives me a little bit of an idea of where I'm going with my music taste.
Cool, cool. Okay, so yeah, definitely struggling a bit more with cheeses. Essentially, when we look into words like pat or pick, oh sorry, cat, pick, and cheese, these are generally brighter words in terms of our oral stuff and to some extent our pharyngeal stuff as well. So like cheese especially, I would expect to be having some OPC coming in, which is probably part of what's throwing you off there, because I'm really like separating things out and trying to isolate them. So
Yeah.
makes sense that you struggled with that one particularly. Also, you struggled more with pick and cheese than you did cat. And I wonder, some of that might also be that they're more closed sounds. So the extra closure there might be just throwing off a little bit. Keep practicing them, going through all your different vowel things. If you want to go like super crazy with that, there's more vowels than what I just gave you. That's just the basic A, E, I, O, U. If you just go onto like an IPA graph, you can just grab your different sounds. Again, though, you don't need to have like, you don't need to literally practice every individual vowel. Like, if you practice a few, it'll get the rest as well. Go for that A, E, I, O, U. It gives you like stepping through the like large. It's roughly spread out across what we're doing. Essentially, what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Cool. Any questions about what we've been doing so far? Have you understood why I've been having you go through this? Yeah.
No, I think it all makes sense to me. Yeah, I think I
Yeah.
have an idea of what to do. Yeah.
Yeah, sick. Fab. Okay, for your next lesson, do you want me to just throw you in for 2 weeks' time? So it'll be the 18th.
I think I will again let you know on the weekend if that's all right.
Yeah, that's totally fine. That's completely fine. Yeah, in that case, just let me know. And yeah, we'll sort it in a ticket. Cool. All right. Well, thank you so much for coming today, Mara. Keep practicing that. Don't try to focus too much on your oral size, because like the focus is to be like not controlling it. Like your oral can do whatever it wants to do, and that's kind of the point. We're trying to make sure it's not just doing it because you're going for a larger size. In the future, we might reintroduce some oral pharyngeal things. I just want to make sure that it's not going to like mess you up if we do that now. So we're probably going to focus on this for a bit, and then we'll bring some weight into it, some close quotient, and bring it all together and see where we end up. And then make little micro tweaks at that stage if we decide we want to make micro tweaks. Okay?
Yeah.
All right, sick. Cool. Okay, well, thank you so much for coming, and I'll see you next lesson. For people listening in right now, we're going to be heading over to the YouTubes, and we'll just be chatting for a little bit. I'll talk a little bit about my thoughts as I was going through this lesson. Oh, it should be reasonably obvious. It was a pretty simple one. So yeah, if you want to continue, then head over to the YouTube, youtube.com/trans_network. No, /@trans_network. You need that at, because YouTube decided that that's an important thing now. And I'll quickly just type you out the thing so that if you want to, you can just click through. .com /at, I always forget that. trans_network. Okay, did I do it right? I did it right. Perfect. Okay, see you over there. Okay, bye. Bye-bye. Boop. Okay, sick. Hello, YouTube. Let's get all these things. Just chatting. Yo. Okay, let's get this on my screen. Okay, hello. I see we have viewers. Who do we have? Who's here? Hello, say hi. What's happening? What's going on, chitty chatters? What is going on in your life? That lesson was basically, it was pretty clear what the focus was. So Mara was very clearly having some issue with not distinguishing. She could distinguish it, like she knew what the different sounds were. Oh, hey, Mara. You clearly knew what the different issues were, between, or different sounds were between a large oral size and a large laryngeal size, but there was a difficulty moving them independently with one another. So the exercise there, if anybody was struggling to understand why we were going through those different words, a large part of your oral size is just the word you're saying. Trying to stop my monitor from turning itself off. Do you want to not do that? I guess. There we go. No, the controller's not working. I'll just... There you go. I'm using TVs as my monitors because that's where I am at in life. And so they try to turn themselves off after a timer. Yes, what was I saying? Yes, oral size. Your oral size changes based on the words you're saying. Like if you go through... if you think about what oral size is, it's a combination between literally just how much your mouth opens and the behaviors of the things happening in your mouth. So if we just have a larger mouth, that's going to have a larger... if I try to that's going to have a larger size in terms of the oral space, but also if we're smiling more, it's going to have a smaller size. If we are doing different stuff with our tongue, that can change the size. Because think of it as the tube that the air has as it goes through your full vocal tract. So yes, your tongue doesn't change the size of your mouth, but it does change the size of the tube that your airflow has to go into. If you've cut off the bottom of your mouth by raising your tongue, then there's less size that the airflow has available to it to resonate through, which affects the sound. Generally, because all of that stuff moves so much as you talk, I don't want that to be the thing that you're using to change the sound of your voice, because it's too inconsistent. It has to change as you make different words, or if it doesn't change, and Mara wasn't having this, but if it doesn't change, then your words are going to be mispronounced. You have to have a smaller size to say the word e. You have to have a larger size, again, all of its oral size, to say the word paw, okay? So all of these things are going to be affected if we have a conflation between oral size and laryngeal size. So that's why I'm trying to isolate them and trying to make it just an a laryngeal size change. And so by changing the word that we use to set ourselves up, we are always having different oral sizes, meaning the only thing that stays consistent between the drills, the thing we start learning from, is that shift in larynx size. If we can do it consistently, if we can consistently produce the same sound while starting with all those different words, then the thing that has to have been stayed consistent was your larynx size, which means we did it right. And if you're wondering why I kept yawning during that, that is because whenever, and this is just an issue I have, I've always had it, whenever we do anything remotely close to a yawn, I'm super sensitive to it. I just immediately yawn. If you just saying the word yawn is like, I'm suppressing a yawn coming in right now. Get out of the way, Sarah. So anything we do with large size and lightweight makes me yawn. It just makes me yawn. Mara, it wasn't you, it was me. Made you yawn too? Yeah, hells yeah. Literally, even when I'm playing Pokemon, oh my god. One of my go-tos, if I'm playing Pokemon Emerald, I will either play a particular thing that I want to do, because I like Pokemon Emerald, I've played it 20 times. I will either do a little challenge thing where it's I'm only going to use this type, or I'm going to use this type. Or I'll just go for my classic dream team, and it's always the same team, and I'm just having a bit of fun with it. And one of that team is Slack Off, eventually becoming Slaking. And I keep Yawn for a little while, because if we're going to have fucking Truant happening, and I'm missing every other turn, I'm making sure they miss some turns too. But literally watching the Pokemon do the Yawn animation makes me yawn. Every time. It's a fucking nightmare. So I'm fucking playing Pokemon Emerald and yawning the entire time. I'm that fucking sensitive to it. But hey, that's me. But yeah, that's kind of what that lesson was. If you have any questions about it, if there's anything you didn't understand, let us know in chat. Yeah, I know it's ridiculous. I have a problem. Cool. What is happening in the lives of the chatters right now? Because there is little happening in my life. Well, I could tell you about the past week or so. The past week, my boyfriend has been away looking after his parents because of some medical stuff going over there. Which means since like Tuesday last week, he left Monday evening. So I guess Monday evening last week, I've been like home alone, which has been fucking nightmare. Normally it's fine. Like he's been away before, and it's been fine. But back then I wasn't doing trans network. I was just doing my 9 till 5. And trans network is not a 9 till 5. It is a random hours through the day plus extra bits to just organize things, extra bits to go into other servers and like help people that are waiting on me to help, because I do help people in other servers as well. It's a lot of tasks, and sometimes I work until like I teach in like evenings as well. So I try not to have any lessons after 8 p.m. But I totally do have like 7 till 8. So that's pretty normal for me. So yeah, I've been very, very busy, and we have a dog, which adds an extra element of tasks to do. So yeah, my past week has been utterly chaotic. And yeah, I've just been like kind of nonstop. But yesterday he came back and my life is saved. So immediately, most of the chores are now done. Ones that had been building up for a week, I've gotten all done between yesterday and this morning. I no longer have to be responsible for taking Luna out on an evening. It's fucking, it's lush. I don't have to fucking squeeze in taking her out in the middle of like teaching and stuff. So yeah, now my life is lush again. So yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out like, I don't know, in the future, like I need to free up more time, or I need to be more efficient with my time so that I can get more stuff done and leave time for like just house chores essentially, and dealing with like IRL responsibilities. But that's a future me problem, frankly. Yeah. So there's my life the past week. I have had nothing but just doing stuff in terms of like chores. Just chores. I've been doing chores for a week. That's what I've been doing. Yeah. What else have I got to talk about today? I have no idea. What have we got to talk about? I feel like we were talking about stuff on Monday, and I don't know what it was, but we talked about a whole bunch of stuff. And then I had to cut us off early. Boo. What have we got on the calendar coming up? So the next thing would be the workshop on Saturday. We missed last Saturday, so that would be good to have another workshop, because I know there are like people that have been waiting on one, and like could really have done with me not missing last week, but I just didn't have the time. So yeah, but we're back on normal schedule now, so everything should be totally fine. I've been trying super hard to develop a schedule recently because ADHD has been kicking your ass. Yes, same. Yeah, I've said it before and I'll say it a million times again. I'm on this higher dose of Elvance. That's Vyvanse if you're in America, or I don't know, lisdextroamphetamine is the actual drug. And yeah, I don't know, the higher dose is not doing as much, which is weird. I'm getting more appetite suppressant. Like I didn't really feel the appetite suppression before. Now I actually notice it. Like lunches can be a little bit difficult. But apart from that, I'm not really. But it could also just be like, because I started them about a week ago, about 2 weeks ago. It could just be I've just not had time to really like use them, or like take advantage of extra focus. Because like one of the really cool things from 50 milligrams was being able to just sit down and just read for hours, or like work on projects of Trans Network for hours. Like setting up the giveaway that we just did, that literally took me like going through the different ways that we could do this. It took me about 5 hours to finally like get to a point where we're using the chat to do it, and that was going to be how the giveaway worked. Getting all of that set up, yeah, and I was able to just sit down and just work on that for like 5 hours. So it could just be that I need to do another thing like that to see that it is getting me the same effect. But yeah, I don't know. It doesn't feel generally like I'm getting stuff. Yeah, I don't know. Eh, eh. I just moved back to the UK from Thailand. Yo, that's crazy. I spent the last few years living there, just finding work and making friends. That's freaking cool as hell. Tell us about Thailand. What made you move to Thailand in the first place? That's like super cool. Okay, I'm gonna pop to the toilet real quick. I'll be back in like 2 ticks. All right, see you in a sec. You use Google to keep it there. You use Google to keep me on track. Oh yeah, okay. You use Google to keep you on track. A program to tell you when you need to do stuff. As in you using like Google Calendar and using like the little pop-ups of that. That's what I've been doing for like lesson bookings and appointments and stuff. I never really used it much in the past, but it has been really useful. I'm thinking of trying to like organize myself a bit more, where I will book in like an hour of my time for doing Discord things. So that would be like going through everything on Trans Network, because a lot of you have noticed, especially this past week, it takes me about a day to respond to stuff, because that's how that's just where my time has been. And then like I've barely been active in Trans Voice. I feel really bad that I'm leaving Winter to do everything, but she's been doing really well there. Yeah, I've barely been active on Trans Voice, and I need to be more active over there, especially as like the person that's been given the events role. Like I need to be doing that, and yeah, being more active in like the other servers where I help out. If any of you are here from the Icky Discord, you'd have known that very like in the past month or so, there's been continually me like being missing and then coming back and responding to like 5 people at once, and then going missing and then coming back, and yeah, it's been a whole thing. So I'm thinking if I can just dedicate or if I can literally book in an hour a day to just go through things that need doing on Discords. Yeah, hopefully that will help, and I guess I'll just see how that goes. Yeah. Sounds fake. Imagine focusing on things ever. Yeah, true. The things the media comes up with these days. Yeah, true. I've got to say, meds make the world a difference. Like, even though I'm saying that these current meds aren't working like as well, they're still a lot better than unmedicated. Like, I can be on top of things. Like, I don't. What's the word? I don't procrastinate as much or at all, really. I don't like push off like checking the Discord and going through all the stuff. I don't get overwhelmed by there being like 7 notifications where I need to go through a bunch of stuff. I can kind of just do it. It's more a matter of like now organizing my time so that I can maximize what I'm doing, compared to actually having to focus and do stuff, which is good. Yeah. You moved out to transition. Oh, makes total sense. I was working remotely up until recently. You met your current partner over there. and you move back together. That's fucking sick. Samantha, that's fucking awesome. Wow, so you moved over there to transition. I'm assuming because of like surgeries and stuff and better access to care. So was that like the full thing in terms of like start like from the point of HRT, or is that just like to get whatever surgeries you wanted to get? Yeah, it's nuts. You tried to get on meds, but it's incredibly expensive here. Where's here for you, Mara? If that's public knowledge, I don't remember what here is for you. I know in the UK it's like it's expensive, but it's not prohibitively expensive. So in terms of private care, so like I pay my endocrinologist. I think it's like 180 or like 200 quid per appointment. Let's check. No, that's the ADHD people. Where's my bookmark for the thingy? Okay, I guess I'll just go through my emails because they always link a link there. That's crazy. Why do I not have that saved? Yeah, I do not have that saved. Okay, fair enough. Freaking, what are we even called? What's his name? I'll just put an endo, I guess. There we go. That did enough. Okay. So I pay for the endocrinologist himself. I pay £230. I feel like that's gone up, which I guess makes sense. £230 for the endocrinologist, and then my prescriptions are, I think, 180. I think that's where I've muddled those numbers up. Wait, what? Why are you doing things for only things? There we go. Okay, prescriptions. Give me my information. How much did I spend on this? Does it say? No, it just says what the prescription was. Oh, well, I think about... basically, I think I would spend about £400 each time. Really nice to meet you all. Thanks, Saras. You're super welcome. Gonna head out to the supermarket now. No worries, Samantha. Thank you for joining us. And yeah, thank you for coming along. Thank you for coming to YouTube chat. Yeah, thank you for being here. Have a good shop, I suppose. Hey, Ona. Yeah, so I spend, I think, about £400, or maybe just over, each time for my my prescription, like the meds themselves, as well as the appointment. And I do mine every 6 months because I couldn't afford to do it more often than that. So it's like, it's expensive, no doubt, but it's not so expensive that it's impossible to do. Yeah, like if you're in, even like, if you're working full time, even at minimum wage, then like that's accessible. Because right now my earnings are less than that, and I'm managing. So yeah. Hey, Soul Strings. Thanks for joining us. I guess in places with higher cost of living, the average salary would be higher too. Yeah. Cost of living and average salary pretty much track one another. You'll get exceptions with that, where like you'll have some like houses that are super expensive and stuff like that, and you'll get some individual jobs that are just shit. But for the most part, like average salary and average cost of living in a particular area are going to pretty much track one another. What's the topic? We're kind of bouncing from topics. We've just been talking about like cost of HRT. Yeah. We're bouncing around topics till we land on one Soul Strings. The stream's only just started in terms of like the just chatting section. We just had a lesson with Mara. What have you been up to, Soul Strings? How's life? What's popping? Same with you, Ona. What's popping? Oh yeah, and I was thinking of I was kind of thinking recently, I don't know how much I care anymore about like the potentiality for so ADHD meds. I get those for basically on the NHS. That's why I was saying endo. For me, HRT things are, well, basically all transition things I went for privately, because I don't know how many people in the chat know right now about my gender things. I kind of am not a dysphoric person. Like, I don't experience dysphoria at all. I've even spoken to my therapist, and he's like, "Yeah, this isn't dysphoria." I'm that one person that conservatives are terrified of that kind of just transitioned because they want to. Like, I enjoyed presenting as masculine, but I enjoy presenting as feminine even more than that. And so it's sort of like the analogy I always go with, soul strings, you'll know what I'm on about, because you'll have heard this one before. What are the cakes I use? Soul strings, what cakes exist? What's my basic cake? Victoria sponge, there you go. Basic Victoria sponge. I like it. If you ask me a slice of Victoria sponge, I'm like, oh fuck yeah, give me a Victoria sponge. Thank you so much. And I'll have a Victoria sponge. But if you're giving me a fucking red velvet or a fucking triple chocolate gatto or whatever, fuck yeah, I'm going for that one. So like, living as a dude, presenting as a dude, being a dude, that was like the Victoria sponge. And then the fucking baller ass red velvet or chocolate triple whatever, that's presenting femme. So I'm always picking that one over the Victoria sponge, even though I like Victoria sponge. So because of that, like, because of it not being like an issue that I'm fixing, it's just me getting something extra out of life. I didn't really feel ethical in using up NHS resources to do that. I didn't want to go through the NHS system and then somebody else end up being lower on the queue because of me being on the queue. Like, inherently, if I was not on the queue, that person would be seen sooner. So yeah, I just didn't want to do that. Given that I'm just doing this because I want to do it. So yeah, that doesn't mean that other people that are the same has to make the decision I did. That's just the way I felt was most ethical. Also, we haven't brought you music. Let me get some music for all of you. So yeah, that's why I went for a private route. I think, to be honest, I would always have gone private and then just also have gone NHS at the same time if that was like something I wanted to do. So like in the private system until I get seen by the there we go. Until I get seen by the NHS system. Because like the waiting lists are, whoa, that is for me super loud. Yeah, because just like the lists for NHS are unbelievable, like shockingly bad. So yeah, I probably would have like joined a waiting list and then also went private and switched over once I finally had my turn of waiting list. Yeah. Looking at chat. Soulstring says, dead tired. PMS season started yesterday. Absolutely destroyed physically and mentally. Fun. Love those. Real transitioning because women are just better. Yeah, basically. That's that pretty much sums it up perfectly. You got to start thinking about ordering more e-injections. Yeah, checks out. I enjoy the e-injections. Same for you, Mihuggy. You never really had dysphoria in being male, apart from hair and weight, but of euphoria from femme. Yeah, kind of same. Like, I remember, like, my first time talking to my best friend about it. Her be like, well, okay, let's, like, do you want to do a thing? And so, didn't have, like, makeup with us or anything, because we were just up all night drinking. But she'd been staying overnight, so she had a spare shirt. So I was like, hey, do you want to try this shirt on? She let me try her bra on, and it was like, yo, this is Like even just that on its own, just like looking down and it's kind of boobs there, even though they're kind of like not filled in bra or anything. On its own, that was like, this is fucking awesome. So it pretty much confirmed to me that like, okay, this is definitely 100% where we're going here. Had a makeup with another friend and we did like the full outfit, a padded bra this time, which filled in with socks, makeup, the whole works. And again, it was like, okay, this is immediately exactly what we're doing. So yeah, that's kind of where my path went with it, I suppose. You live in the south of the US. Fun. You went private, so they couldn't take away your care. Yeah. Yeah, south of US, that's rough. Jesus fuck. Especially right now. My heart very much goes out to you, Ona. I hope they don't do anything fucking insane. Arctic Monkey, hi. Hey. Leeds GIC has started seeing referrals from 2019 this year. Oh, sick. They're actually seeing referrals now. A long way to an NHS. At least they're seeing referrals. Wait. Has started seeing referrals. Oh, from 2019. For some reason, my brain went straight to 2029. I was like, wait, no fucking way. Yeah, okay. Well, at least they're seeing people. I know, what's it called? Is it called North Region Gender Care or Northern Region Gender Care? What's it called? Hang on. UK Northern Region Gender Clinic? Is that what they're called? Northern Region Gender Dysphoria Service. What a fucking mouthful. Yeah, I know they stopped seeing people, or like stopped taking new patients, because their waiting list got so big. I read on Reddit, I don't know how reliable it is, but I read on Reddit that they closed after hitting 17-year waiting list. So yeah, it's pretty fucking insane. How's the prices on basic E2 blood tests in the UK? You can just get blood tests on the NHS. Even if you go private, you can still, your private endocrinologist can still ask the NHS to get bloods done for you. I think they have a right to say no, but most do actually do that. Like mine seemed to be my GP seems to be one that digs its heels in a lot with trans stuff, but even they will do the bloods if they're told to. So that's good. But to get them done privately, because you can get bloods done privately, it'll obviously depend on the bloods. I think it's around £100, £200. Oh, no. I know someone who got bloods done recently for a completely different thing. I think that was £300. So a little bit spenny. Yeah. You're at a party, you went too rough with your voice, like low and fry. And after that, your voice started wearing out and you can still feel it being worn out after 4 days or pretty much 5 days. Have you just taken a break from talking? Like, have you just not spoke for like a day? Because if you've been like pretty rough on your voice, it's good to give it a really good break. So just go like 24 hours without using your voice to let it just rest and recover. You also bought your first skirt a couple of days ago. That's awesome. Wore it in public yesterday for the first time. Wild experience, which you can't describe at the moment because you're dead. But huge euphoria. That's fucking awesome. Yeah, skirts aren't something I've explored super much. I like dresses, as long as it's a very good dress. My feelings are complex on dresses. I like dresses. I get very anxious and freaked out that I don't look good in the dress, but the dress itself I like. So, yeah, if I fix my brain things, then I'll probably enjoy wearing dresses more. So maybe I'd like wearing skirts. I think it would super depend. The outfit would have to really work for me to feel comfortable. Yeah, too many brain things for me to know if I like skirts or not. There's a decent chance I would, though, depending on the outfit. I'm taking pills for your throat and drinking ginger tea with honey and lemon. Yeah, other stuff is just take a break. What are these pills for throat stuff? Because that could either be totally fine or totally not fine. Yeah, give me more info on those pills. You just want to wear skirts because swish? Yeah, swish is yes. I'd think you expected to wear a skirt like a normal girl. But literally all women we met yesterday wore pants/jeans. Whoops. yeah. People don't really wear skirts. Skirts aren't as in fashion now. Like even around here, like I rarely see people in skirts, which might be part of why it feels like a lot for me. But I don't know. Like I know you don't see people in dresses very often, but I know one day, once I'm much further into transition, / once I'm more confident in my body, like once I've basically done more therapy things, I'm wearing like casual dresses is something I'd like to do more. Mini skirts go hard? I bet they fucking do. I know mini dresses go hard, so I bet mini skirts go hard too. When I was fucking looking for dresses for this wedding that I was at a little bit ago, some of the other dresses I looked at that I know can't work, but God, I would love them to. Let me dresses. I'll switch screens in a minute once I've got this up. Dresses. Where's mini dresses? Boo. Mini dresses. Okay, nothing on my screen that's gonna fucking screw me. Okay, wait. These mini dresses are largely gross, but you'll see what I mean in a minute once we find one that's actually decent. Okay, none of this stuff, because fucking what? Ballerina thing? That's a pretty inordinary dress. Fucking denim dress? That's a pretty... Normal dresses, please. Hello? Yeah, like dresses like this dress. This is the kind of dress. I fucking love these dresses. That's a really cute dress. What else? That yellow one's a really cute dress. The white one's a cute dress. I like mini dresses. This is a really cute dress. What else? That's a cute dress. That's a cute dress. I like these sort of summery dresses. That one's maybe a cute dress. I feel like I need to see it. Yeah, summery mini dresses are just... they're so fucking pretty. But like I feel like for me to feel good in one, and this is probably just my brain being my brain, but to me I feel like I would need to be much of a smaller human being, like less broad and shorter for it to really work. But that also could be my brain, because my brain is not very good at that thing. But we'll see after a few months of therapy. But I would really love to wear dresses like that one day, because they're fucking cute as fuck. Like, cute dresses are fucking sick. Oh, you said midi skirts, not mini skirts. I just realized. Which length is midi? Midi skirt. Let's go back over to screen share. Wait, is there anything on screen that's gonna fuck me with my address? No, I don't think so. Back to images. Yeah, we should be good. I'm not seeing any addresses anywhere. Cool. Nope, that one. Okay, midi skirts are more like to me, midi... Wait, is midi meant to be... I thought that was like in between long and mini. But these are like long skirts. Like these are just... This is like a mix of knee length and even just like getting closer to ankle length. They're like 3/4, I guess. Yeah. Like their knee, but for like the middle of the knee. Or shin. There, shin length dresses. Or shin length skirts. They are cute. I don't think it's my style. Although I do really like that one. That's a really cute outfit. Yeah, I don't know. These sorts of things are something that I need to figure out more. I don't really know. I don't know how they are pulled off in terms of outfits and stuff. However, that's also a great thing for women aren't forced to wear specific clothes. Yeah, 100%. Just wear whatever they want. Yeah. You went to prom in a dress. That's fucking cute as fuck. What kind of a dress was it, monkey? You love a denim dress. Okay. To me, denim. I can work with a denim jacket. I can work with denim jeans. I don't know how to put them two together. Outside of that, denim's weird to me. Like denim skirts are weird to me, and denim dresses are weird to me. But I think that's just styles. You got two denim ones? Cool. 1-inch palm above the knee. Does that count as a miniskirt or 1-inch palm above the knee? Yeah, that'd be a miniskirt, I feel like. If we're anywhere above the knee, I feel like we're in miniskirt territory. I think. But I also super don't know about that sort of stuff. I think midi is like mid-calf. Yeah, I guess this is what we're seeing here, mid-calf. I feel like I would struggle to even imagine a skirt being like foot length though, because that would be your next thing, like ankle length. What is the other? I can't remember what the other thing is. Midi, and what's the last one? It's following that same. Or is it mix? Oh, is it just midi or mixi? Is that the other thing? Maxi, that's it. I was close to it. So what's maxi then? Is that just like, okay, half of these are the same as midis, but yeah, we're talking ankle length. Yeah. Okay, fair enough. Makes sense. I feel like I do not see people wearing skirts that are maxi. Like, I feel like that's more dresses. But also, not people don't tend to wear skirts as much in the UK, so. Oh, were you thinking maxi? Monka. Monka. Your name will never not make me chuckle. Maxi is ankle length. Yeah. DM'd a photo. Let me make sure that Discord shows on the right screen instead of being on the one that you get to see. Aha! It was not going to do that, so good thing I turned that off first. Oh, also, let's... Hold on, give me a second to move things around in terms of my different windows. So that... Okay, you can be minimized, like actually minimized. You can be closed. And then that's everything. And I guess you can be closed as well. You can be minimized specifically. And that should be everything. Okay, so now we can do this, and you can have a little bit of background as well to be a bit more visually interesting. Boo. Cool. Okay, let's see what you have sent. Soul strings. Do not show on stream. Do not worry, we are not. Yo! Is that... Can I ask you a question about what brand of skirt that is? Because I think I recognize it. Can I ask questions about the skirt itself? It's a cute skirt. Oh, not everybody uses the micro, mini, midi, maxi thingy. That makes sense. They're always coming up with new names. Yeah, it's going to be. Because people want to do, like, the new thing. So, yeah. Yeah, so I think mini is what I like. Although maybe I'd be more closer to somewhere between midi and mini, but for... okay, if it's one I was thinking of, then doesn't matter. I thought it was ick. Because that looks exactly like the ick skirt. Yeah, ick is who I was thinking of. As in like icky. No, not sick. Fucking mistyped an S. Yeah, that one. You'll know Ick, surely. Icky's a big enough content creator that you'll have known who she is. Yeah, there you go. You wish you could get Ick? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's pretty expensive, isn't it? I haven't even checked, to be honest, because it's not quite my style. That's not gonna work, is it? Ick clothing. Yeah, there you go. Cool. What is happening? We've got arms going across my screen. Okay, I hope this doesn't... Yeah, it's not going to know what my address is. Because it's my first time on a star. Let me just check what that sound was. Let me just... It's probably the dog. Let me just check, though. That was a weird sound. What was that sound? Was it just you getting up? Really? What's... Do you want to come join the people on the street? Yeah? Oh. Not going that way. She made the mistake of making sounds, and so she has been kidnapped. Oh. There we go. Hey? There we go. Yeah. Yeah. You say hi to chat? Yeah? You say hi to chat? Yeah? You say hi? Yeah? Who's a good girl? This was so much easier when she was so much younger. Yeah, I know. You think you're sleepy? I just carried you upstairs. Hey? Oh. Hey, my lovely girl. My gorgeous girl. Hey? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I can see her. I can feel her trying to figure out a way to get down. Hey? Oh, yeah, there we go. We can see that head moving around, wanting to come down. Hey? You're alright, hey? You're alright. Let's get you in a more open position. Oh, there you go, there you go. There you go. Hey? There you go. You happier? You a little bit happier? Yeah? Okay, you're wanting to get down. Oh, there you go. There you go. Hey? You're going to stay in here with us for a little bit, though? Yeah? Oh, let's bribe you into staying here with us for a little bit. Yeah? Come on. Alright, let's show everybody what you can do. Yeah? Let's show everybody what you can do. Okay, so, sit. Yeah, good girl. Paw. Can you see that? You can't quite see. Okay, hang on. Eventually my desk gets in the way. Paw. Good girl. Okay. How can we do this so you'll be able to see? Okay, chin. Chin. Good girl. Okay, you come over here. So we can have a little movement. Sit. Okay. No, get up. Sit. Sit. Come on. Okay. Alright. Heart. Heart. Good girl. Okay, there you go. There you go. You did really well. You worked super hard for your treat. Okay, if you're wanting to leave, that's fine. You showed off and you were content. You did really good. Hi, chat. Well, I hope you enjoyed that little interlude. Yeah, heart is like my favourite thing that I've taught her. So she like boops her snoot in. when you do heart. Hey. Yeah, hello again. Yeah, it's my favourite thing. So we started off, it started over chin to make it a bit simpler. And it was like holding a treat there and getting her to just kind of go for the treat by kind of having to go like that to do that, which eventually taught her in time to like do that whenever we're doing the thing. Like we'd slowly pull the treat away, so when she has to wait for us to give her the treat. And then from there, it was do that, but have a treat behind to have her try to figure out that it's the same kind of a thing. And then like holding the treat in these fingers. So eventually she figured out, oh, if I stick my snoot in, it's the same thing. As like a 2-step trick. Yeah, it's very cute because I saw it on Instagram and I was like, I have to get my dog to do this because she really enjoys learning stuff and like learning how to do stuff. So long as it's simple enough for her, then like because she gives up on things very quickly and gets bored of them. So like if she doesn't get it straight away, she really enjoys figuring something out. But if she doesn't figure it out straight away, she's like, fuck it, I'm just gonna go lie down next to it. So you have to like, yeah, find that balance. That's something that I guess she can get like steps. She's like ADHD, okay? She needs like steps of reward along the path. Otherwise, she'll just give up and say, fuck it. That's Luna. That's Luna. Yeah. Okay, back to what we were doing. You wish you could get ick? Yeah, same. Well, it's not my style as much. Like, I'm not into the big, massively oversized hoodie. I'm not really a fan of his skirt. It's not my style. But I could totally see... It's a good skirt. It's just not my style. I don't really wear caps. The hoodie's really cute. I like this hoodie. That's a really cute hoodie. And I like the shirts as well. The shirts are really nice. I'm not as big fan of a tank. But the shirts are nice. I don't like oversized as much. But Icky's like very into oversized, clearly. So, I didn't know she did mask stuff. What's for mask stuff? It's just the same stuff? It's just the same stuff minus the skirt. That's valid. Yeah. You wish to get it. Oh, you can't get it delivered to you. Valid, yeah. Yeah, that's a really good point. Just remembered her video on don't buy black Amazon skirts, get a normal one instead. I clicked it, and it clicked once you saw it into the store. As in, like, from her X store, you realised that Amazon skirts are trash, or by looking on Amazon, you were like, oh, right, yeah. Browsing for clothes is your new addiction. Yeah. I need to do more clothing shopping. Clothing shopping is just quite stressful for me because brain things. But honestly, I need to just go back to Primark and buy more clothes because we are on Primark price tags. I know the potential issues of fast fashion and all that, but like, I gotta do what I gotta do, you know. At some point, I still have to be able to buy clothes. I cannot afford fucking £60 shirts. Like, it's just not possible. She thinks she's a cat, not a dog. True. Just a little similar to ick, but that's about it. Closest available texture wise. Yeah. Makes sense. Yeah, she's very cute. She's super cute. Oh, you said dress pics in Discord? I'll take a look in a sec. She just talked about fashion in some of her older videos. So that's where the don't buy Amazon skirts comes from. Yeah. Yeah, I remember some of those older videos. Yeah. Okay. What are we looking at? Boo. You showed better pics. Yo! That's such a fucking cute dress. I like the dress. Let's try again. Yeah, Arctic Monkey. That's a fucking awesome dress. That's a really pretty dress. I really like that dress. Yeah, I dig it. I think I would feel self-conscious because it's a very Like, it's a very elegant and nice dress, and I would feel like I wouldn't be able to like make it work. But I would like to be able to make it work, definitely. We're getting there, one step at a time. You want to be a fashion designer? That's fucking cool. But you 1000% get why people opt for fast fashion. It just makes sense to buy things that are like 5 times the price, even if they're way better quality. Yeah, I literally can't afford to not do fast. Like, it's either fast fashion or no clothes, basically. Because like, yeah, I just don't have a lot of money, which we're working on. Buy that then things. Buy that then things. Oh, buy like important things rather than just clothes. Yes, yeah. Can't type. Don't worry, I'm the same. I didn't buy that one dress, but it's kind of tempting now. Which dress? Oh, you're sending it. Whoa! Why did that just go on that screen? Hold the phone. That is not meant to happen. I hope that wasn't happening before. The fuck? Why did Discord just change screens? Yo. For fuck's sake. Monkey, I will fucking edit that out of the VOD. What the fuck? Okay. For fuck's sake. I'm really sorry about that. That will be edited out of a VOD. And when the VOD goes up, it'll start. So, okay, you're not going to be able to access this VOD when it first comes, when we first finish streaming, because it'll be set to private so that I can then go back and snip out that bit. Because that's, like, not acceptable. It's just done it again. Why is it doing that? Let me just fiddle with this for a minute, because that's not something that can be happening. I see if I minimize it specifically instead of putting other stuff on top, it defaults onto my screen 1. Good to know, but annoying. The fuck? Don't have to edit out? You sure? Like, that's, you know, you specifically sent that as a private DM. Like, you know? Okay, well, if you're sure, then that's fine. It's not, like, it would just delay people going to go back to this, like, for, like, an hour. It's not a big deal. And it would take me, like, actual work, like, 30 seconds, like a minute of work. Mara got a head out. No worries. Have a lovely time zone. Appreciate your face. You want to be a model? Sort of am. Just not a good one. Struggling with finding jobs. Want to collab with Mara LML. Yeah, that's fucking cool. So, like, have you done modeling jobs? Monkey? How does that even work? How does that industry work? How does one become model? Yeah, I mean, that's valid. That's valid. Well, if you're fine with it, then okay, sure. And also this needs to come back. Yeah, if that's fine for you, then sure. Let me just double check. Okay, yeah. But yeah, I don't know. For fuck's sake, Discord. Why is that a thing? That's probably a Windows thing, really. But it's still some fucking bullshit, whatever it is. Yeah. Okay, and looking at what Soul Strings sent. Yeah, it's also a super cute dress. Yeah, these are all cute dresses. I do. Yeah. They're cute dresses. I don't know what to say. Clicking on the wrong things. Yeah, I guess. Well, you've seen my dress. So yeah. Or my 2 dresses now. I got flown out to Paris Fashion Week. That's fucking cool as fuck. By Miu Miu. I don't know who that is, but okay. I didn't get the job, unfortunately. That sucks. So, you got flown out to Paris Fashion Week by Miu Miu. Who flew you out? Yeah, no, when I said nice dresses, I mean both yours and Arctic Monkey's are nice dresses. But didn't get a job. That sucks. Lots of rejections. Yeah. Also school got in the way. I guess so. So is it just like you just apply to jobs? So somebody will put out like a thing saying like, hey, I need um, these models with these body types, and then I guess people apply to those, like any sort of gig work. I assume that it's like standard places where people request work, I guess. It's just one word, just yeah. It's annoying when they say that they're considering you and then just ignore you. Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's like any job. Yeah, because you're then like in limbo, like, okay, do I continue to pursue this, or is this actually just a rejection and I can just move on and go to the next thing? Like, it's so much better if they just say no, because then at least you can move on and do something else. Yeah, you're an agency. That's cool. Going tomorrow for a casting. Got a train at 5 a.m. Damn, 5 a.m. is kind of crazy. No, it's sick. I might try doing some nude modeling sometime. I think that'd be cool as fuck. I know there's a place that does it near me, and they try to just like have models like get to take turns so that every model gets the opportunity, because they're trying to this to be like if you don't have any experience, you can get some experience. I think it would just be cool to try out, but they're like super like packed. Like it's kind of hard to get into it in that like there's just a lot of people and like you're kind of just look of a draw. And although I have a very unique body type, being trans, they still get plenty of trans people, and it's still not enough. So yeah, and I'm too busy now. But it might be something I'll look into in the future because it's a cool idea. Yeah. I kind of thought it would be less competitive because I figure most people aren't down to get their kit off. Like I'm probably reasonably unique in that aspect where I don't really care. But like most people do, so I assumed it'd be more, or just less people. I don't know, but I guess a lot of people do apply for those. I so dig the space music. We'll probably have to finish stream a little bit early today, by the way. Or maybe go for another like half an hour or so, just because I've got a 4 o'clock private lesson. But yeah, I think in terms of fashion, I don't really know. I don't know what it is that I like. Like I don't know what is in common. I know, like I can show you a variety of outfits that I know I like, or really like this for one. If you ever see me in the grey top, especially like with the leather jacket, I like that outfit. It's a good outfit. But I don't know why I like that outfit. I don't know how to take that into other stuff. But I do need to explore more just clothing options. I think there's the added difficulty of like, I feel not uncomfortable. I feel like I struggle to make a lot of clothing work, which kind of messes with me. I got the bad brain juice when it comes to fashion. And just like, it's just all of, oh, that's a totally wrong thing. Hang on, sorry. We want that one. Yeah, I just get the bad brain juice for like all things in terms of like whether or not I'm successfully presenting femme, and fashion plays into it. So I think that's why you don't see me in a lot of like I've got like two, three, maybe 4 outfits that I wear on stream. That's kind of it. But I don't know. I'll figure it out. Only you recently had a bit of a breakthrough when practicing your voice, making it more femme without feeling dysphoric. That's fucking awesome. But you're wondering if it's common for you to, if it's common to feel like you lost it. Depends on what you mean. Is it an issue of when you're going into like trying to use it day to day? Is that where it's making you like you're having an issue where you feel lost? Because that's super common. Or is it something else? Yeah. Do you mean like the voice itself is actually like stopping? Yeah. What do you mean exactly by that? Throughout the day? Like losing control of it? Is that what it is? Kind of like Soul Strings are saying, like randomly through the day, you just like feel like you can't control it. Yeah, okay. Super normal. This is, yeah, especially going to be a thing if you've recently started habituating. You have like, your mind has this pattern. A lot of how you learn is your brain establishing patterns, okay? And making those connections. The pattern it's had before you started using your voice day to day was we're in practicing right now. We're probably in like a certain couple of environments because like just because of logistics, you're probably in the same handful of places each time you do your practice because it's part of routine. So like, I don't know, I'm in front of my computer, I'm doing practice, then that's having me use my voice, and that's like the pattern. Now you're just using your voice all the time. So that pattern has been disrupted. Now we don't have that, I'm in my practice environment, I'm doing the practice thing. Now it's just skipping to that end point of using your modified voice. So you're needing to reteach your brain that there is a new pattern of just using your voice being the thing. With this, essentially, there isn't an active thing that you can be doing to fix it. It's just keep going. Push through this awkward phase. For me, it lasted about 2 months of habituating my voice. For you, it might be a bit different. Push through, it'll stabilize, and you'll get there. Yeah. Been there, felt that many times. Yeah, there's no real cure. It still happens, but deals less damage in time. If you're talking about my thing, yeah, I'm doing therapy for it. So I had therapy yesterday, and it fucking kicked my ass. But I mean, it was good. Yeah. You just never think you look femme, and then some people talk to you in feminine forms, and you're like, will I fuck it up if I speak? And sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. Yeah, just keep going. It'll settle out eventually. Because eventually, if you're just using this voice all the time, it will just become your default voice. You start thinking in it, you start dreaming in it. It becomes your voice. And at that point, like, a fuck up would be you going back to that voice because it's your default. And so it just becomes totally consistent. Helps if you're not someone who spends all day not talking, obviously, because you need to be using your voice for it to habituate. But yeah, just push through. Eventually it stabilizes. It's just your brain figuring out the pattern thing, like I was on about before. Yeah. It does suck though, you know, it's annoying. But yeah, it'll stabilize, and you'll regain that control again. And like once you come out the other end of it, you'll have so much more control. Like especially if you are someone who is being a bit more like omni-voiced. So like I still have retained my unmodified voice because it's useful for teaching. So like having that, having both means that like you have so much more, I don't know, like a wider range of movement and stuff. Like I can now pretty precisely move things around. And you know, I teach as well. So like I'm constantly going over drills, I'm constantly demoing different things. So I'm having that extra like practice just through the teaching. But like, yeah. You'll find everything becomes, once it becomes the default voice, like your control is just like, it skyrockets. And you'll be totally fine. And you'll find at that point, like, if you've been struggling with some of the like less conscious things, like the laughs and the yawns and stuff like that, that will all kind of fix itself as well, because this default has become default and takes over all the subconscious stuff. So yeah. Alright, I'm gonna pop to the toilet again. I'll be right back. Yo. Yeah, I've been drinking so much this afternoon. I didn't drink much like early morning, and so I ended up drinking loads like now. And now I ended up drinking like tons now. So I don't know. Boo 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 boo. You gotta go. Gotta get some yummy snacks to cope with PMS. Valid. For a reminder to check for video of yours when you get a minute. Yeah, I've just not had a minute. But yeah, I'll definitely give it a watch. Catch you later, Soul Strings. Every time you hear this music, you don't know. You just know what this music's about, so it feels extremely painful every single time. If that's okay. Yeah, that's valid. Working through emotions and stuff through music. For what it's worth, for someone who doesn't know the context, sounds really cool. You did a good job turning your emotions into cool sound. I like music like this, where it has that like a lot of like emotion in the music. It's very cool. It sounds really cool. Like I can definitely, I don't know exactly what it was that you were going through, but I can tell the intensity of it in the music, which is cool. Whoa, that's a cool ending as well. No, I dig it. I super dig it. Yeah. What else have we got to talk about? Stretch. Yeah, project I'm trying to work on at the moment is like trying to build more efficiency into my life. Because I think I'm not going to be able to generate more time. I'm only going to be putting more and more time into Trans Network as more and more students sign up for lessons. And like we need that. Because like with me charging so little, like my earnings aren't like amazing from it. And it's not terrible, to be super clear. If I go into my thingy, which I can't show you, but I can read from. Like, yeah, so my earnings, come on. So my income is not horrendous now. So just shy of 1,700 a month. 600 of that coming from teaching. No, so basically, what is that? Quick maths, about 750-ish. The Trans Network as a whole is bringing in. How much was a lesson? Oh, lessons are £20 for a private lesson or free for a public one. So if you were here for Mara's lesson, that was totally free. And those ones are streamed. So like, if I show you this little section here, this is the setup for the public lessons. So like over there will be whatever you have as your Discord thing. Most people keep the cameras off. So it's just that. It'll just be what your profile pic is. Back over to just chatting. Yeah, and then people in the Discord get to listen in as well as like a public stage. And then private ones are just like a one-on-one call between us. And they are, yeah, £20 a lesson. So yeah, the low prices does mean that like compared to a lot of other coaches, but like we're definitely not earning as much. But like that's fine. And we're still building up in terms of like how many people we're even teaching. So currently I've got like 15 different private lessons and however many publics I've got, because I don't have that counted out. I can do like a quick check. No, not 15 different. No, that's not right. So publics we have what? 1, 2. We don't have a ton of publics. There'd be a third one somewhere there. I think we've got like 3 or 4 public lessons or like public students. Where would you schedule and pay for a session? In the Discord. So if you head to the Discord, you go into the one-on-one lessons channel, and then from there, there's the one-on-one lessons. For one-on-one lessons category, there's an info channel. There's a 101 lessons channel. And in the 101 lessons channel, you can open a ticket, and through that ticket, I will book you in. And that's how that works. So if you're looking for lessons, then that's where you should find those. Okay, what were we saying? So that's how much lesson is. Mayhaps you should, although you don't have a good mic, you imagine it wouldn't be good. Most mics can handle it good enough for what we need. Like the lesson we just did with Mara, if Mara's internet was working, was completely fine, and it was just the built-in laptop mic. Like if it's a particularly bad mic, then that could cause us issues. But I don't know, send a little voice clip, and I'll just tell you if the mic is good enough. That's like the easiest way. Yeah. For someone who doesn't live in a first world country, that price isn't that bad. If you look for better price of therapists. Yeah, I mean, we are like absolutely the cheapest, like the most affordable prices. Partly because like it's not all just me being charitable. Like Trans Network as a paid service only started a couple of months ago, maybe 3 months ago. Before that, I was just teaching for free, doing private lessons, and that was branded as like a teacher, like a teacher in training, I suppose, like me building experience and stuff. It's only now that I'm marketing myself as, no, we're just a teacher that's built up a lot of experience through teaching people for free, and now we're doing it as an actual business. So like, yeah, we don't have a ton of students yet. We're still building that up, and so prices are lower to make that work. And then just it's nice that like people can afford lessons, because like it's nuts how expensive lessons are. Like we're so much cheaper than everybody else. The next like least expensive that I found was, I know Addie's Nook, they do public lessons that are £35 a lesson. I don't know what the privates are. I would guess maybe like 50. That's the next like step in terms of less expensive. So like we're a lot less expensive, which is nice, you know? Like, yeah, you're saying you don't live in a first world country, but it's still affordable. I like that. I like that. It realistically, like the price will go up, probably at the later end of this year, because it's not sustainable to keep it this low. Because like to get my income to be reaching the equivalent of just a full-time minimum wage job, we'd probably need to get quite close to me working like, I don't know, like 12-hour shifts or whatever teaching. But like it's fine. Or like 12-hour shifts between everything I do, because it's not just for teaching, it's also like, it's really interesting running a business like this. I love it. But teaching is just like half of what you do in terms of the actual lessons. There's also like running the Discord, which is a whole thing. There's helping other Discords in terms of like helping the members of other Discords just figure out their voice. There's like organizing things for individual students ahead of time. There's the bookings that need doing. There's just doing research and keeping yourself up to scratch on the latest research. There's a lot that goes into it that, it's just super interesting. So, yeah, but that means that, like, yeah, I totally understand why other people do charge more, because, like, if you're not just paying for your lesson time, you're paying for the time of, like, running the community, of doing your research, of preparing for that student. So there's just a lot of extra that goes into it. So totally valid that other people do charge more, even if we don't currently. Yeah. In an ideal world, it would be really cool if like the Ko-fi really popped off, so that I wouldn't have to increase like lesson fees. But realistically, like the Ko-fi's never going to be the main source of income for us. At least not for a long time. You'd have to build that for quite a while. Whoa! Why does that fucking keep happening? Fuck me, dude. Oh, wait, it's fine. We're on the wrong screen. It doesn't even matter if that happens. Fucking Discord, dude. Just keeps changing window. Very, very annoying. I'd very much like it to not fucking do that. Okay. We're back. We're recentered. You seem to enjoy it, so at least there's that. Yeah, massively. Like, oh, this, yeah. So before this, I had still have a gardening business. So I go to clients' houses and I do an hour or two of work, and then I go to the next client house, and I do that 9 till 5. And usually things run on a fortnightly rota, so like the minimum someone might book me in for is like an hour a fortnight, maximum being sometime, like the odd customer would be like multiple hours a week. But yeah, and that's what I was doing 9 till 5. And like I never did gardening because it was a passion for me. I did it because I'm skilled in it. Because my dad's a gardener, I learned from him, and so it was just something I could do to earn money. But two, it's physical labor. It's really physically tiring. It's like you come back from each day exhausted. You wake up the next day not fully rested from the last. So each day you're like, oh, but you gotta go out to work. So scaling that down. So I now do, as people that have signed up for lessons will notice from the way that where slots are. Like essentially, I do trans network Monday through to Wednesday, and then Thursday, Friday is 9 till 5, and then after 5 some more trans network stuff. The 9 till 5 being the gardening, and I don't mind it anymore. It's like super. Now that I'm only doing it 2 days a week, I'm chill with gardening again, which is really cool. Because I was like super fucking burnt out from it. I was desperate to get out, and now I'm not, even though I'm still doing it. So that's really nice. 2 days a week is so much more manageable, just physically. So yeah. This is a really nice balance. I would still like trans network to be full time because, like, let's be real, it's work from home, it's teaching people voice, it's fucking awesome. Like, this is a sick fucking job. Even if it's not earning a ton right now, like, it's only been going for a few months as a paid service, so this is not expected to be picking up that much. If you follow that rate over time, like within a year, it could be my full-time income. And that's kind of the hope. So like, yeah, like it's, I dig it. I said all of this to come back to, I dig it. It's a pretty cool way to make a living. Yeah, I don't know what more to tell you. So it's just a matter of building up the income, essentially. So right now, my like annual income before tax is 16,500, which is obviously quite low. But if we can get it up to even like minimum wage full time is 23 grand a year. I think minimum wage just recently went up, so I don't know what it is recently. But if we can even get to like 20 grand a year, like I can do well off that. I can be fine off that. I'm like incredibly frugal, which is why like 1,600 works for me. 16 grand works for me a year. Like I'm very, very, very frugal. But yeah, I don't know. If we can get it to, I mean, the dream would be if I can like get to an income that's comparable to my boyfriend's, because also like he takes on the lion's share of bills, which is like, I'm not great about that, but it means that I'm doing this, so like, okay, I guess. And in my mind, like eventually that won't be the case. But yeah. This is good. And getting better. So yeah, I'm pretty good with all of it. If I remember, you said that Poland is moving to the right direction for queer folk. That's fucking awesome. You take that back. You'll have to speedrun. Oh, never mind. So it's no longer moving in the right direction for queer folk, and you have to speedrun changing the sex marker name. That's fun. Yeah, I would have said the same about the UK, in that like it's slowly moving to like it was in a pretty decent like not everything you would want, but like it pretty manageable and pretty livable for trans people in the UK. And then it very suddenly wasn't. It's very suddenly like, wait, this is actually a bit shit. So that's fun. Now that I can't fucking use public toilets, I guess, because that makes any sense at all. But whatever. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Politics is fun. I did have a lot of fun though when we did the stream, going through the Supreme Court hearing. That was pretty cool. So at least it was good content, I guess. It was good content. But yeah. Okay, we've just chatted shit for like an hour and a half, and it's fucking worked. But I'm thinking of wrapping it up now. Because I need to prepare for my next lesson. Can't wait to get arrested. But there, can't wait to get arrested for pissing. Yep, true. Major true. Yeah. Yeah, I mean it does like actually kind of suck in that like if I want to meet up with my like close uni friends, closer than like best of my closest friends. If I want to meet my uni friends, like, one of them lives in America, and one of them lives at a totally different part of the country to I do. So we all have to have a lot of traveling involved to meet up together, regardless of where we go. So like, food has to be part of the meetup, just for us to have time to eat that day. So that's generally we'll meet up and we'll go eat somewhere. And like, now that's gonna be weird. Because I'm going to have to call the place ahead of time and be like, hey, what's your bathroom policy? Because, like, I'm going to need to go to the bathroom at some point. Like, I can't just not use the bathroom all day. So, what's the deal? Which is going to be fucking weird, but, like, it's whatever. Yeah, I don't know. In summary, for this stream... UK, fucking Supreme Court, and Equality and Human Rights Commission. Sort your shit out. Bathrooms. Are you serious, bruh? Sort your fucking bathrooms out. And then maybe next stream, we can not complain about bathrooms. Yeah, I don't know. It's some weird shit. Anywho, if you're looking for lessons, then head to the Discord, and you're looking for the one-on-one section. Make sure that in your channel list it is ticked, because previously it was unticked by default for people for some reason. That is fixed now, but just in case, you should check. I don't know why I'm fiddling with an eyebrow plucker, but whatever, tweezers. You'd rather go to jail than ask about it. Yeah, I would rather ask, I guess. I don't want to be accosted in some bathroom. But yeah, if you're looking for lessons, do the lesson things in the Discord. If you can't find them, just let someone know. Someone will help you find them. And yeah, next thing we have going on is Saturday. We have a workshop. So if you're just looking for like someone to go over the entirety of the trans voice process, whether it's for feminizing, whether it's for masculizing, whether it's for androgynizing, go to there. I go through the whole process, start to finish, like softies, weight, size. We go through the whole process, and then right at the end, I take just one-on-ones with audience members, and we just go, spend like 5-10 minutes, whatever it is that you need, to go over something. There is no end time, but it starts at 7 o'clock BST. Again, join the Discord, and it will just, if you look in the events tab, it'll be there, and you'll be able to see it in your time. If you don't want to fuck around with like figuring out time zones. And that's both streamed to YouTube. It's also hosted in Trans Network and a bunch of other servers. So yeah, swing by to check that out. Is that everything? I think that's everything. All right, I'll see you all on Saturday. Have a great rest of your week. Yeah, okay, all right. See you Saturday. Goodbye, fuckers. I love you all. Appreciate your faces. Bye.